people that are out there right now who have done that yo-yo effect, they really haven't addressed the root of the problem. What words of advice for somebody who is just starting out, what words of advice or tips would you leave them with?
I would tell them the one thing most weight loss experts are not telling them, which we just talked about, is that if you want to be successful at losing weight, the most important thing you can ever do for yourself is to reestablish your natural ability, the power that you have as a human being, to make a simple promise to yourself or a couple simple promises to yourself every day and keep it no matter what happens.
Okay.
And that is the fundamental skill you should work on every single day of your life for the rest of your life. And there are plenty of different ways you can do that. Okay? For example, I have all these little games that I've set up for myself. That's the only purpose of of these daily games is to keep reminding myself that I have that ability and to keep proving to myself that I have that ability and I can move through whatever circumstances come up or whatever thoughts come up or feelings come up or weather circumstances come up or whatever the heck it is. I can still keep my word no matter what. I have that power as a human being. So, for example,
can I relay some information to, or just a thought to you? You and I had a conversation a while back, and you had mentioned making promises, and I just want to share with viewers what I have done with that. Is I actually set a little timer on my phone to remind me to keep my promise through the day. Isn't that funny? And at the end of the day, I'm telling people out there that what you're saying really makes sense to me, because at the end of the day, I did keep that small promise, and wow, how it made me feel. So I understand.
And I would tell people one of the simplest games they can play to work on that weight loss skill or behavior change skill. It's not limited to weight loss. It can be for any behavior you ever want to change in your life of any kind. Is you have to have that muscle. You have to have that muscle working well and well honed, like an athlete, like you're training as an Olympic athlete to develop that muscle, javelin throwing, swimming, whatever the heck it is. You want to work on that muscle of building, giving your word and keeping it. And exercise is actually a great proving ground and a great place to play that game, because you can wake up every morning and you can make a very simple exercise promise. It doesn't have to be, like you said, it doesn't have to be a huge, personal goal accomplishment type, best ever, actual strenuous activity. It can be something very simple, like walking around the block for 10 minutes at a leisurely pace. It could be
taking baby steps.
It could be going and just doing whatever you feel like doing, just being there for 30 minutes. You can make that your promise. You can make a little promise around exercise each day, so that and have it be fun. Have the thing you're promising to do be fun, not something that's you're going to fail at.
Right.
Easily accomplished. Okay? So it doesn't have to be a huge promise. And it doesn't have to be a complex promise. It just has to be a promise, because what I promise you is as soon as you start making daily promises, the world is going to come up and try to defeat you.
Yeah.
Your own internal world, your own internal thoughts and feelings are going to play a role. And then all the external circumstances, all the people in your life, your job, your kids, the weather, whatever, is going to happen, and you're going to get stymied, and the world is going to try and stymie you, and that's when
it's like a sabotage by the environment, right?
Yes, and that's what our environment today, people have called it an obesogenic culture.
Okay.
If you just get born into our culture today and you just go with the flow, you just do what everybody else is doing, you're going to end up being fat. Now, that wasn't true, 50 years ago, when actually the culture was not so obesogenic. I mean, people were out playing all the time. They were active. They weren't sedentary, sitting in front of their computers and cell phones, because we didn't have computers and cell phones. The world was very different 50 years ago, and the weight problem was very different 50 years ago. So if you just come into the world today and you just slide in and do what everybody else is doing, you're going to get fat. You have to have that muscle. You have to have that ability to go against the flow of how society is currently structured, all the various forces that are coming at us faster and faster than ever before, all the demands, everything. You need that muscle even more now because you got to go against all that every time you make a simple promise.